Okay. Alright. Yeah? We got full confirmation? Alright. Flame shields, maximum! And I'm saying maximum. We need him here. We got a Quincy this week. We are screwed here. Oh! Oh, shit! What's going on? The Quincy are coming! Okay. I just survived the shitstorm. This is great. But you know what? I came out of the storm with some really, really great stuff. This is actually a really, really great chapter of Bleach, and one that I really, really enjoyed. Now, it ended up what could possibly be a Quincy, but it was done so in a way that was really, really well done. So let me just kind of get into the quick summary of the chapter. Our chapter begins again with Ivan Ozgiero, who has just appeared, and we thought he was an Iran car, but he has some other mysterious abilities, and he immediately starts taking Ichigo Kurosaki on. They jump out of the building, and they start fighting in midair, and it's all classic Bleach stuff here. But Ichigo is screaming at him, "Who are you? Are you just some sort of a Ronkar who's looking to avenge Aizen?" And this is, of course, the perfect opportunity to introduce the fact that this character is not an Ronkar. He even says so himself. He is not. And that's when we get a little glimpse at his new weapon. He apparently has what appears to be a Quincy cross. Unlike any that I've ever actually seen before, it has 5 different prongs on it. He then summons a gigantic weapon that has these giant spikes all over it. It kind of looks like an oversized bow, and it looks a little bit overkill. But it's really, really awesome looking, and he doesn't outright say that he's a Quincy yet, but it's definitely heavily implied. The last 2 portions of the chapter bring us to Soul Society, where we get to see a little bit more of what's going on in the Rukongai district. We get to see that Ikaku is there, and they're still trying to figure out why everybody is disappearing, and they found these traces of footsteps that all seem to be gathering into one step, and they're trying to find out some more clues about who is behind all of this. The biggest part of the chapter, however, came towards the end, where the leader of the Gote 13 is confronted by a mysterious group of people wearing masks, where they immediately declare war on the Shinigami and all of Soul Society. So, a lot of you who probably follow my Bleach reviews are probably just getting a kick out of this review right now, because obviously it seems that the Quincy's are going to be heavily involved in this arc. And I'm not going to lie, I was surprised by this, and I think this was Kubo's intention, and it worked really well on me. Maybe I'm just a little bit more gullible than you guys. But obviously, this is something that I've been really looking forward to. The only thing is, I wish they would have gotten to this a little bit sooner. The whole thing with the Quincy's is something that was sort of told to us at the very beginning of the series. And there's a lot of little things here that aren't officially 100% confirmed yet, and that has to do with Ivan Ozgiero. Obviously, first and foremost, his name is sort of, Spanish sounding, so I immediately thought he was a Ronkar, and of course he's wearing the weird little bone mask, and even Ichigo and his friends thought he was an Ronkar at first. So this was clearly Kubo's intention to sort of throw us off a little bit, and I commend him for this because, it's keeping things fresh and interesting. But, of course, there's always the possibility that Ivan Ozgiero and the group that he's involved with may actually be some sort of hybrid of the Quincy and the Ronkar, or maybe even just the Quincy and the Hollow, and they've become some sort of brand new race or species.
An Iran key.
Yeah. And Iran Quincy, I don't know, they're going to come up with some crazy name for it, I'm not sure yet. But the fact of the matter is, Quincy was never actually said throughout this entire chapter, but the fact that he does have a Quincy cross, and he is summoning a weapon that does appear to be a giant bow, does heavily imply that these are going to be the Quincy's. One thing, though, that kind of bothers me is, though, if he is a Quincy of some sort, doesn't this seem like the sort of thing that Ishida should have noticed, being that he is one of the few Quincy's that are supposedly the only ones alive? I figured he'd had some sort of, soul resonance, some way of knowing that this was a Quincy. But maybe this is, again, hinting to the fact that these guys may not be fully Quincy, that there's something completely new. In any case, I'm really, really excited, and I really, really loved this chapter, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Just really, really good stuff here, and it's a great continuation of the story, and I like what the author is doing because it's keeping me on my toes, and I don't know what's going to happen. Hey guys, do you want to know what we here at SuperKamiGuru9000 have in our anime collection? Well, you can finally find out when you check out our anime collection videos. We have it separated into 2 parts, and we're going to put that in some annotations for you here. You should check it out. You get to see the huge, huge collection of shonen anime and mecha stuff that we have for you. It's really, really cool. And remember, if you like this video, make sure and give it a thumbs up. Until next time, guys, SuperKamiGuru9000 out. Run from the Quiecys!